Real shit.
I can let this go. I can let this go. I can let this go. I can let this go.
Hebrew. He spoke Hebrew. In order for you to know his name, you have to know the ancient Hebrew tongue. Now I'm gonna tell you his name. His father's name is Yahweh. His son's name is Yahweh, which means he is the deliverer. All right?
Ecclesiastes 6 verse 10. That which has been is named already, and it is known that it is man.
And it is known. Read that again, brother. Read that again.
Shalom, Mr. Brother Done. All right, first and foremost, I want to give all praises to the Most High, Yahweh, Hashem, Yahushai, Hashem, and Kahadash. I want to give double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. I want to say shalom to all the brothers, of course, the few sisters who are pursuing this truth in sincerity. All right, may the blessing of election be upon your house. All right, I had to get my microphone going on here. Hey, man, so today we're going to talk about experience. Okay. And especially within the Dallas camp, we have a plethora of brothers who have experiences in our walk. And for younger brothers, you want to drink from that well of experience. Ask questions, man. Because I'll say this, and we say this all the time. A lot of times the Lord will have brothers go through particular things, not even for them. They might go through a particular adversity of life or earlier in their walk so that they could gain experience from it. So when another brother comes along, he can impart understanding to that brother. You get what I'm saying? Because that situation, may not have broken me or somebody who went through it. But this brother that's coming along, he may not be able to handle it. So he has you set up in place with the application of knowledge in that situation. So you gain wisdom on how to maneuver it. Now you can impart that wisdom onto another brother. All right, so let's go to Ecclesiastes 3. And I'm going to share it on the screen for you all here. Just bear with me. And let's just share the whole tab. Let's share the whole window here. All right, so this is Ecclesiastes 1. Actually, Ecclesiastes 3 and 1. Oops. Maybe it'll come up anyway. Nope. Bear with me, guys. There we go. So it's Ecclesiastes 3 and 1. It says, to everything there is a season and a time to every purpose under the heaven. Now let's look at this word time here. We get the word ith. All right. And it says time of an event, time, experiences. Boom. That's what we wanted. Experiences. There's experiences that we go through that are appointed for particular times under the heaven. Okay. So experience is, that's actually, I want to look up experience in a couple different areas. Let's go to the Edom Online. Let's go there and look it up. Maybe we'll find a nugget. All right. You look up experience on the Edom Online here. You look at the definition, look what we find. Knowledge gained by repeated trials. Ain't that something? Knowledge gained by repeated trials. In our grace period, the Lord is putting us through various things, various events and situations to where we have to apply the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding so that we gain wisdom, the application of his knowledge. We gain wisdom in these events. We gain wisdom, through these different adversities that we face, because we're promised adversity. It's a rite of passage, no way around it. But with this grace period where we gain this wisdom, which increases our faith, we see that, oh man, I applied the Lord's way and he had my back. It worked. Now our faith is built up. You understand? So now when the day of the Lord is here and we have to go through that straight gate, our faith is built up to a point to step out of the boat, to step out on faith, to trust him, even when things don't look like it'll go our way with the eyes on our face. We're able to see with that spiritual eye. You see? Now I want to go back to Ecclesiastes 3rd chapter, but we're going to jump down to verse 10 and read that really quick. It says, I have seen the travail which God hath given to the sons of men to be exercised in. We're supposed to be exercised in adversity so that we can grow through those repeated trials. All right. Through those repeated trials. Okay. Now I want to look up a word within this verse here. Okay. And let's check it out. Yeah. So we're looking up the word here, to be exercised. And Ina, we got a brother in the camp, Ina, and Noman Oman, he lives out his name. He's always occupied with things within the ministry. Okay, so it says to be occupied, be busied with, to afflict, to oppress, humble, be afflicted, be bowed down. So we're gonna be afflicted with particular things in the earth. It's a rite of passage again. Okay. And it's gonna humble us to the point where we understand that we need Yahweh Shai. We need divine intervention in our lives. Okay. Now I want to read this up here too as well. It says the idea of looking down or browbeating. Let's look up browbeating. I got an idea of what it means, but it's always better to know for sure. So I'm looking it up. And you guys can't see it, but the definition says to intimidate someone. So the fear of the Lord is instilled in you, like, oh man, I gotta lean on the Lord in these situations, because the Lord sent these situations your way, typically into doing something with stern or abusive words. Hey man, through the prophets, man, that's the stern speech, stern instruction. Okay. Through browbeating, to depress literally or figuratively, transitive or intransitive. Various applications as follows: obey, self-afflict, answer. Okay. And we abstain from the desires of the flesh, which some people might deem an affliction. Carnal people. Chasten self, deal hardly with, defy, exercise force, gentleness, humbleness. All right. Yep. So we are to be exercised in adversity, but while we're being exercised in adversity, we have the application of knowledge. Like the scriptures say, knowledge and wisdom, that's what's going to be the stability of our time. Also, when you look up this word in the blue letter and it goes further down, it'll say humiliated. And often the time, standing stiffly for the things of Yahweh Shai, part of the cost you got to count is it might, we're gonna look bad. We're not gonna look like the people. We're not gonna be what people want to be on this side. Yahweh Shai was humiliated, so we're not above that. You got to count that cost. Are you willing to go through those particular things? to receive a greater reward on the back end? Because you're not going to be appreciated on this side. I gotta say that often. If your whole goal in this thing is to look good while you're doing it and to feel like somebody, that's not promised. Adversity is promised, though. Being looked at as the scum of the earth, that's promised. The scriptures tell you, he that departed from evil maketh himself a prey, and we live in an evil world. So the things that are evil are lifted up as righteousness in this place. So you going against it, you're going to look like the problem. Which brings up another word that you should be acquainted with within this truth: suffering. You talk about the word patience. You look up the definition for it. It goes back to suffering. I got the Edom online pulled up. Let's look up the word patience and let's see if we find suffering within it. We're instructed to be patient. All right, let's pull that up on the screen for you all. Okay, got the word patience here, and patience. All right, sufferance. All right, let's read the whole definition though. Quality of being willing to bear adversities. You got to be willing to bear adversity. You got to be willing to go through the chastisement. Again, when the Lord talks about dealing with the men as sons, the scriptures say, what son are you if you haven't been chastised by the Lord? A lot of times a father will put his son through adverse situations to build his character up so that he's ready to deal with adversity later in life, so that he's ready to be in uncomfortable situations and still be upright, because one day that young boy is going to be the head of a family. So he has to be able to endure particular things. Life isn't always going to be fair or comfortable. Okay, a father is there to create that environment in which the boy can grow into a man. You see, and that's what the Lord is doing for us. He's taking us from men to gods. So we're gonna be held to a much higher standard than someone in the world. Okay, calm. Check this out. I love this. Calm endurance of misfortune. When somebody's calm and composed in a high pressure situation, why are they able to do that? When you see, let's take it to sports. When you see, the star players, 3 seconds left, they're down by 2, and he's just cool, calm and collected. You see the quarterback, okay? It's 4th and goal. They need this touchdown, and the quarterback's just cool, calm, and collected. Why are they able to even do that? Why are they able to move that way in that situation? Is it just arrogance or confidence? No, it's preparation. When somebody constantly prepares and gives repetition to something, that's where confidence actually comes from. You don't just wake up and just be like, oh, I'm good, I can maneuver this situation. No, it comes from repetition, being prepared. That's the same thing with our walk. You put through different adversities in life, okay, and you apply the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding that the Lord has given us, and it allows you to be calm when things aren't going your way. You see? Now, let's continue on here. It says calm endurance of misfortune, suffering, patience, sufferance, permission, and okay. Put this up on the screen for you guys. It's a bunch of beautiful words to look up: submission, humility, submissiveness. Literally, the quality of suffering. Okay, I said if we look up the word patience, you'll find suffering is within it. There you go. All right, and that brings us here, Galatians 6:7. All right, it says, "Be not deceived. God is not mocked, for whatsoever man soweth, that shall he also reap." So a lot of people are sowing to the flesh right now, and they may not be reaping, all right, what they've sowed to just of yet, but it's going to come. All right, the same with us. We've sowed to righteousness. We're going to reap it. It may not happen right now when our flesh wants it, but we're going to reap the rewards of what we sowed unto. Okay, Galatians 6:8. "For he that soweth to his flesh shall of the flesh reap corruption, but he that soweth to the Spirit shall of the Spirit reap everlasting life. And that's on the back end. So again, you're not going to feel appreciated here on this side. If that's what you thinking this walk is about, hell no. Okay. Verse 9, and let us not be weary in well doing. So don't lose patience with what you're a part of. Don't lose patience with the journey, with doing the work, man. For in due season we shall reap if we faint not. You see? Also, when it says God is not mocked in verse, hold on, baby. When it says God is not mocked in verse 6 and 7, it talks about men being rewarded for what they sowed unto, and they sowed seeds for eternity. You understand? Let me put the verse up on the screen. Yes, when you I forgot who the guy on the commentary was, but he said he's gonna judge according to works, which are seeds sown for eternity. And I thought that was beautiful, because we make the statement here all the time that how people spend their grace period right now is going to be equivalent to their reputation in the kingdom, which is the eternal reputation. You see, so people, what you're doing on a regular basis is not a small thing. It's a big deal. What you give your time to. Okay, let's go to Hebrews 10 and 36. Put it up on the screen for you guys. All right. All right. And what does it say? It says, for you have need of patience. Oh, the light. Hold on, guys. The lock here. All right. So here in Hebrews 10 and 36, it says, for you have need of patience. Right. We went over that word patience already. That after ye have done the will of God, ye might receive what? You might receive the promise. I got one more precept for you guys, and we'll wrap this up. I didn't intend for this to go long at all. Point is pretty much made. All right, so let's go to Hebrews 12 and 3. All right, and we'll start at the top, brother. No, I'm just gonna get straight to it on this one. Oh man. Hebrews 12 and 3. For consider him that endured such contradiction of sinners against. Remember, Yahushua, he was humiliated. He was brought to a low position. He suffered some bullshit for people that didn't deserve it. We don't deserve. You know what I mean? But he did that on our behalf. He showed us the greatest love. What is that? John 15:13. Greater love hath no man than this, that a man lay down his life for his friends. We got to reciprocate that. We got to lay down our life for standing for righteousness. Okay, continuing on here. Hebrews 12 and 3. For consider him that endures such contradiction of sinners against himself, lest ye be wearied and faint in your minds. And we're not going through anything close to what Yahushua went through. So like it says in Romans 12 and 1, man, it's your reasonable service. Don't think, don't ever, we shouldn't be in the how woe is me spirit. No, man, Yahushua did it on a whole nother level. It's the least we could do. Stay solid for him. Not saying that we don't have shit that we deal with that sucks. Every man's given particular trials to his own strength. So, the stuff that we go through, it may be at the upper limit of what we could deal with. So it may be big to us, but at the same time, man, Yahushua did it. Reciprocate that. Reciprocate it. So Abarat says, man, the listen was edifying. I want to give all praises once more to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem, Bahahakodash. Want to give double honors to the apostles and the elders, great millstone. I want to say shalom to all the brothers, of course, the few sisters who are pursuing this truth in sincerity. May the blessing of election be upon your house. All right. Shalom.